Well, we're going to do something a little different. I explained about doing poetry, and I wrote this as poet. I'm an amateur poet. So I wrote this piece, and like every poetry session, for some reason, the bad ones rhyme. And when I tried to think of like a rhyming poem, the equivalent of magic, all I got was card trick.
Okay.
We're gonna do a card trick.
Okay.
Okay? We're gonna do a card trick. We're gonna do a card trick to poetry. To do this, I'm gonna tell you the story of the greatest magician I ever met. Cool?
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. In this story, I have to play the parts a little bit different, so you're gonna play a different part than yourself, if that's okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. You're gonna play the part of me watching the magician.
Okay. I can do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the part of the magician.
Okay.
I know the trick.
Ooh.
And then someone has to play the part of the rest of the crowd. That'll be.
Yay!
They're happy they're not on stage.
They brought it.
Yeah. So anything I say the magician does, I will do. Anything I say that I did, you will do. Anything I say that the crowd does,
Yay!
the crowd will do.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
I apologize for the rhyme. I met the greatest magician I ever did see. He came up and he asked, could he do a card trick for me? He said, reach in, pick a card, any card. That one? Now sign it and show it. Remember it. It isn't too hard. Now watch as your card goes back in the deck. Shoots up like a rocket. And then floats down gently into my right pocket. I thought, no way, that's simply too hard. But then he reached in, pulled it out halfway, and said, yep, that's your card. The crowd got angry and started to shout.
Hey!
Whoa.
Come on!
So quickly but swiftly, he pulled that card out. He held that card out for one long pause. And he turned that card over to a thunderous applause. I met the greatest magician I ever did meet. He said, I know, I'll show you something neat. I will teach you how this mystery is done, because when everyone knows, then everyone's won. So just stand there and take note if you please. Make every man question for all which he sees. Your card will go in the deck, shoot up like a rocket, and then float down gently into my right pocket. Would you like to see? Allow me. Now this would be pure impossibility, I really must say. But then he reached in and pulled that card out halfway. He continued to pull it out, and he held it out for one more long pause. And he turned that card over to an even more thunderous applause. I met the greatest magician. He was quite impressive. We all gathered in closer. We were quite obsessive. He just shrugged his shoulders and let out a sigh. This is your last chance. This is your last try. Watch as your card goes back into the deck. Shoots up like a rocket, and then floats down gently into my right pocket. He pointed at me and instructed me so. Go ahead, reach in, give it a go.
In there?
The pocket, yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is a family show. But with that, he reached in his pocket, he pulled the card out, and he held it out in plain sight. He turned that card over But the card wasn't right. The magician had failed, although we had reckoned. Then that crazy magician, he pulled out a second. More and more cards came out in a huge card cascade. It was easy to see that he had it made. He had gone the extra mile, not just the extra yard. He had made the entire deck disappear, leaving only one card. He held that card out for one final pause, and he turned that card over to the most thunderous applause. I met the greatest magician I ever did see. He was truly impressive, and his name was George Hill. Thank you so much for helping, everybody. Philadelphia, love coming back. Great to see you again. See you next time.
Georgie, keep it up one more time for Georgie.